How did the doctor go? Did you find out you're an alien? I think we already knew that. Oh, this desk is such a mess. This room is such a mess. We're gonna need to clean it up at some point. Is that good? Yeah, that looks straight, right? Right? Guys, is that straight? It's pretty straight. There we go, problem solved. How's the solenoid? We haven't installed it. Uh, because wait, the fuck is that? Fuck's sake. Where's my 2551? One sec. Oh shit. I don't know where my 2551 is. Was Kate able to repair it? No, we didn't have time. We're kind of doing like a family event, so we have a lot of guests and shit. So Kate and me didn't even have like time to like spend any time together. She went to bed like immediately after dinner. What are we balls today? Well, step one is solenoid, which is right there. The the connector is borked, so what I'm probably gonna do is just solder the cables directly to the PCB. Fuck it. And then we're also going to look at the mount points for this, because there's too many mount points, and I don't like how stiff it is. I want to make it less stiff. And that's it. That's all we got to do. So, install solenoid, make it less stiff. I'll give you a nice side angle from the macro cam, but unfortunately, macro cam is in for repair. Shouldn't go to bed sooner than 15 minutes after... Well, she didn't go, like, immediately to bed. You know what I mean. Oh. So, I guess, let's get screwing. Oh. Okay, got me an amazing corn sticker. I need to put it on my water bottle. It's just an ear of corn. It's great. But yeah, I went to doctor. I got cream for my rash. That's why my hands are kind of shiny. Hopefully the rash goes away. All right, so up here, that's fine, because this is plate mounted. I want it to be stiff. For this, I mean, we'll eyeball the mounts, and I can pretty much just, like, figure out the ones I want to drop. Are you going to solder the solenoid directly to the PCB? Yes, sir. How do we get the switches in? When I last checked, they fell out. We used the plate method, which is not perfect, but it allows you to... do I have switches? All right, listen, I'm too lazy. Pretend that's a switch. Basically, it like perfectly centers it. So as long as you can like clamp it on top of the switches using clamps, you can mostly get the switches straight. And honestly, we did pretty good. Like there's a little bit of a gap here, a little bit of a gap here. That's a little bit warped to the right, but besides that, like everything else is perfect. Well, you know, perfect. All right, let's do a little screwing. Who's ready for some screwing, baby? I can't get over these feet. These feet are just amazing. I love these feet. They make me feel confusing feelings in my pee-pee. I really need to stop like doing that all the time, because like everyone keeps like jumping to the conclusion that like I have a foot fetish. I'm talking about keyboard feet and only keyboard feet. Like every single time, like I bring up keyboard feet, everybody's like, "Oh, Simon really likes feet." Oh, we know. What do you mean you know? What do you know? I have a keyboard foot fetish, not a human foot fetish. So you did plateless with a plate? Well, no. We did plateless with a plate for alignment on top of the switches. But the build is still actually plateless. What about cats? Oh yeah, cat feet are top tier. But like, you know, they don't make me feel things sexually. They make me feel things in my heart. It's different. Like this board. See, the issue is like this board has gone through multiple content creators. So I can't really lick it. That would not be safe. If it was directly from a factory in China, I would happily lick it. What's the plan today? Somehow get Solenoid working and reduce the number of mount points for the PCB using crimes. There we go. All right. So there's the Solenoid connection. Like I can see the two pins right there. They're a little close, but I can probably make it work. And then we want to reduce the mount points. All right. Well, first things first, this isn't just a mount point issue. The fact that the PCB goes that far up means that top by default is going to be stiffer. What I can drop is these two for sure. Pretty sure these have to stay. Yeah, there's not much we can do. Like I can get a teensy bit of flex on the bottom row, and that's all I'm going to be able to get. Okay, I guess we do that. So let's unscrew everything. We're going to cut off that mount point and that mount point, and then we're going to solder the solenoid right there. And yeah, that's basically it. Right? Yeah. Because like, yeah, there's no way to like unstiffen it. I mean, it's meant to be stiff by design, and whatever, I respect it. But hey, if I can cut these off, I will. Don't you try without the screws before cutting? I mean, sure, in a perfect world, somebody with, you know, functioning brain cell would do that. Do I have a functional brain cell? I don't know. All right, let's try it. We're going to take off just these two and see if there's any notable improvement. Wow. Yeah, that legit fixed it. It's like a billion times fucking better now. That's all we needed to do. All right, I need to make sure that it doesn't short. So let's do that. All right, let's make sure we got no shorty. Okay. Apparently, we can't make it short. Cool. All right. So, see, we didn't have to try. I knew. We could have just cut them out. Okay. I'm a master. How many mount points removed? Just two. Just here and here. And that makes a huge difference because now I actually have movement here. And it's softest in the center, near the bottom. But hey. It changes the sound, though. It definitely changes the sound. All right, let's. I'm not gonna give you guys a sound test before I actually cut the mount points because like the mount points are still physically hitting the case. Would have put foam in it if it gave you the feel, but avoided it from shorting. I mean, I wouldn't use foam. I'd just use a thin layer of plastic underneath. Now unscrew everything and make the PCB lay on shelf liner. No, I'm gonna unscrew everything and just like put like just compressed air. Maybe enough clearance for an ISO mount? Like thin O-ring washer? No, no, no. I cannot raise or lower the PCB, unfortunately. But removing these two mount points made a huge fucking difference. So, let's do it. Oh. Alright, let's pull all of it out. And whilst it's out, we will solder in the solenoid. Oh, actually, I've got some other boards with solenoids. Quick question, Pontus, or Sip, or whoever. Somebody who can have the information. Is this a somewhat standardized port? Like, can I go check my other solenoid boards and, like they would use the same connector? Or no? Should be standard? Okay. Alright. Yeah, there's a couple other boards that have solenoids that I can check out. I mean, I have the class 1800, but I think the solenoid on that is way larger than this one. Like, I think it's not gonna, like, mount. But we'll check. Like, it might also just, like, be soldered to the board. All right, there we go. Let's remove that real quick. Perfect. Remove that real quick. Perfect. And ta-da! Ow! It's sharp. Ta-da! Okay. Beware of solenoid polarity. Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. Baby steps. Let me look at the class 1800 solenoid, see if it's like ballpark the same connector. If it is, we can work from there. This room is in such shambles, guys. All right, we got it. Oh, this is too late, but why a ribbon cable to connect the FRO? Isn't it possible with a JST? I don't know how many like lanes of traces you'd need to connect the two, but I'd presume it's more than a standard like JST. Like I see what looks to be 10-ish wires in this ribbon cable. It's 12? Okay. A JST would be huge, yeah. All right. Come on. All right. There's the module from the class. Oh yeah, that is a way bigger solenoid. Okay. How's the connector though? Is the connector like similar-ish or is it just like wildly different? Where's my Twizzlers? Where's my Where's my Rizzlers, huh? No, seriously, where the fuck are my good tweezers? Uh, any Tweezy boys avail? Nope, literally have no idea where my fucking tweezers are. Alright, well, I'm just gonna try and wiggle this out. Actually, let me just, like, unscrew this assembly and pull it out. To be fair, this is probably using a different voltage than this one, so it probably will not be a drop-in compatible thing. Like, there could be capacitors or something. Yeah, let's not fuck with that. Let's just solder this directly to where it should go. Alrighty. Let's have a look. So the connector is supposed to go like that, which means this cable needs to go to that pin. Okay, well, we can do that. We can do that. We can solder. Actually, I have an idea. Polarity won't matter. They don't even come marked. Beware of solenoid polarity in all caps. Pretty sure. You don't have a crimp tool? Not for, like, this kind of head. That's, like, very fucking specific. I got a crimp tool for, like, RJ45. I might just desolder this connector and then, like, put the wire through the hole and just through-hole it. Am I just gonna through-hole it? We're through-holing it. Fuck it. Let me heat up my tools. Okay. I don't know how this connector is attached, but I'm gonna assume it's only via those two solder points. Alright, we're through-holing. We're through-holing. Oh shit, it's factory solder, so it's gonna be lead-free. Yeah. Alright, give me a sec, guys. This is not gonna be very cinematic, but... Alright, we're good. There we go. Connector is off, and this is now a through hole. So I need to keep the same, like the cables should be in the same spot. So currently, boom, this is the rightmost cable. Let me strip the tip a little. Okay, I'm gonna need... I don't have my cable strippers here, so... I'm just gonna do it freehand. Come on. Alright, well that's not stripping. Let's see if I can strip with this. Oh, I got a partial. See, my hands are too fucking slippy. Okay. Let's grab the wire here, because I literally cannot grab it with my fingers, because my fingers are too fucking sweaty. And, hey, there we go. I was able to strip it first try. Okay. So, again, this would be rightmost. Let's validate. Yep, indeed, it would be rightmost. So it goes in that hole. All right, so that hole right there, let me try and get it through the hole. Okay, it's a little tight, but we can make it fit. I'm also going to slightly loosen that hole, and by that I mean gonna warm the hole. Mm. My tip is not sharp enough to like actually get the solder out of that hole. That's not good. All right, it's gonna be annoying. Sorry, it's not gonna be cinematic, but I just gotta figure this shit out. All right, there we go. I had to heat it up from one side and then suck with the other. All right, and now we try and put this in the hole again. Perfect. We are through. Through hole has been completed. Let me solder that. Sorry for not having the macro cam, by the way. It's out for repair. All right, where's my solder so I can actually do this? All right. Fucking love through hole. Through hole makes me so horny. Okay, there we go. That is one side soldered. Perfect. And now I am going to do the other wire. Can you mount a solenoid? I mean, yeah. I kind of want it to like dangle so I can like do both wires. Because if I mount it, then like it might be a little tight to like work with. All right, let's. Oh yeah. For the record, I was able to pull that off with about 100 grams of force. That was not any measurable amount of force. I presume this is from like every single other content creator pulling it by the fucking wire. Thanks, guys. You assholes. Use fucking tweezers and pull it out correctly. Alright, let's trip this cable. And... boom, shakalaka. Boom, shakalaka. Boom, shakalaka. Okay, got it. And... it's twisty so it can go in the hole. Okay, we got some good twist action. Now let's fish it through the hole. Nope. I accidentally untwisted. Yeah, so this is stranded wire, not single, not solid core wire. Stranded wire is real hard to try and fish through a hole. You gotta do a whole bunch of twists to get it through. Alright, and are we Gucci? Nearly. Come on, dude. Oh. Fuck. I nearly had it. Alright, let's go. Wait, like it's... Alright, I'm gonna have to do the same thing where we make the hole wider. Alright, let's see if that worked.
Love knobs.
I think I accidentally closed off the hole. Yep, I did. Okay. Alright, we got it. That worked. Alright, let's twist these so they can go through the hole. I wish group by PCB was green. Yeah, green is pretty cool. But I get why they went black. It makes sense for like something in production. So like if you do have gaps, you don't see the green. But I like the fucking green. I want to see the green. Oh baby, that went through so good. All right. I am ready to solder. We kind of just YOLO'd. We YOLO'd that solenoid real good. All right. We should be all right. I'm gonna make sure solenoid works before we do something stupid like try and put this together. I'm not even gonna use that cable. I'm gonna use a known good cable. Pontus, I presume like this doesn't fucking matter. It'll still load without it, right? Like this doesn't complete the matrix, right? This is just like an offshoot of the matrix, right? Like surely Sipalot was smart. Can you use it without the Afro? Okay. Okay. I mean, it types. How am I supposed to turn... How solenoid on? How make solenoid go? How burr? Where burr? Do I have to turn it on in VIA? Is it not like part of the, like, is it not on by default? It's one of the macro keys on the left side. I rebound everything. As you're supposed to. So it's what you're telling me is it's disabled by default, right? So I just need to make a button to like turn it on. It's the top left XT column key. Yeah, I have that bound to something else. All right, that's fine. Let's open up VIA. It's no big deal. Trying to do this without a keyboard is kind of hard. There it is. There's VIA, authorized device, boom, connect. Okay. So I'm gonna set this one to be special, right? Like, do you guys know what like the specific thing I need to give it is? Clicky enable? Is it clicky enable? Let's do clicky toggle. All right, let me press the clicky toggle. It does nothing. Let's make sure that the thing is being QC haptic toggle. Am I blind? Is it not in the special thing? Like, is it this or is it not? Because, yeah, I'm pressing that. And, like, it doesn't turn it on. Create a macro with that in it. Okay, got it. Okay, so it's just not, like, via, like, just doesn't have it natively. That's fine. Uh, go on. Via's old mapping. Try HF tog. Okay, let's try that. Nope. Yep, nope. Not sure what it's supposed to be, but hey. All right, let's give it a shot. Oops. Oh, yep. All right, it's working, but it's single action. Okay, so let's go special and fuck. What does it sound like? There's a dog barking in the background because there's a dog barking downstairs. Solenoid controls are on layer 1. Okay. Haptic feedback. Okay, so that's on off. That is, what is this? Haptic DWLI, DWLD. So what's the difference between I and D? It would be increase, decrease. Oh, it's double. Okay, that's what I wanted. I want single and double. All right, so let me turn that on. Okay, now it should be on double. It is not. Let me try that again. It is now double. Perfect. And now let's see if I can tweak it. Just to confirm. So DWLI, DWLD. So that's, what is that? That's increasing and decreasing the actuation time, right? Like I want to decrease it as much as possible generally until like it starts breaking. So let's do that. I made it. Okay, we're good. So it's double action. Press and release. So all we got to do now is mount this, take off the mount points, and then we've got, at least for me, a way better 21XX. Were you here at the beginning, Pontus? We removed just the screws here, and immediately, like, it completely changed the board. Okay, I really hope it'll keep all these settings. I really hope I don't have to set my actuation speed again. All right, and there should be a couple screws. Just screw it in, and there they are. Let me turn off the iron and the other desolder gun. Ah, it's so far. Okay, we got it. Alrighty. So, I can imagine people preferring it without those two. Personally, I found the bottom row in general alphas to be a little inconsistent with them removed. You are correct. You lose the consistency. But like generally that's what happens when you get like real flexi boards. And like for a lot of people, and I've noticed this because like you can't have a real flexi board and have a consistent thing like the Arc 60, for example. The Arc 60 had amazing fucking flex. It was one of the nicest boards when it came to flex. And Alessio tried. He's like, "That's disgusting. I hate it." But it was the best for me. I don't know. I think to like the flex life, you just need to commit to just like not having like a consistent flex area. Okay, there was a tool in here. Let's use that tool. Right? That's for these, right? No, of course it fucking isn't. Yeah. All right, and we need to put washers because the screws are a little too long, right? Yeah. Let me get this in the hole. It is in the hole. And let me get screwing. Sorry, guys, this is not going to be cinematic because I can't see where I'm going. All right, I think I got it. Yep, I did. Okay. And then let's do the next screw right there. Let's washer it up. Beautiful. And let's get it in the hole. Okay. And there we go. All right, let me confirm that it doesn't sound like ass cheeks. And nothing is broken. And then we send it. Where is my... There it is. It remembered. Awesome. Also, guys, pro tip, very, very important. If you're going to unplug or plug this keyboard, always, always, fucking always hold the USB-C port with a finger on each side when you put a cable in or when you pull a cable out. All right? Trust. Because no matter how good the assembly is on the final PCBs, if you come in at an angle and push the port up even a little bit, you'll rip it right off. So, careful, boys. All right, so let's remove these two mount points real quick. Don't I have, like, actual snips? I don't know where my snips are, dude. Like, I found my standard pliers and my needle nose, but not my, my flush cutters. Well, I found the nut button. Like, it's somewhere in this room, but this room is just an absolute fucking shambles, so... You know? Why do we need to do that for this board and not others? No, you need to do that for any board where the USB connection is, like, not through the case. You like, if it's just a PCB and you're gonna plug it directly into a PCB with no case around it, hold it. Novel Keys or North Korea is trying to convince me titanium is tougher to machine than aluminum. Is this true? Yeah, of course it is. Titanium is a lot harder to work with. It's physically harder. So it's harder to machine. When you start dealing with harder materials, you end up with like chipping, because the material is so hard that like, fuck's sake, the likelihood that like it warps is low, but the likelihood that like it just breaks is high. Plus, finishing for titanium's a lot harder. Like, yeah, you can anodize it in a similar way to aluminum, but like it's a completely different monster, basically. All right, let's try and clean these up. I've got these big fuck off scissors. Let's see if those work. Yeah, they kind of do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know? That's not bad. I should go look for the flush cutters, though, just so I could get, like, the last bit. So, let me look around. Okay, it would probably be in like one of my like working boxes. See it there. Mm, how flush is that? That's not super flush. How flush is that? Okay, that's decent. Let's see if we can get a bite out of this. Okay, it was able to take a little bite, but it's not going to be as good as flush cutters. Ah, actually, as long as you get in there, we can make this happen. Now we need the flush cutters. Yeah. I'm going to go look for flush cutters. And by go, I mean like look behind me. Ah. Ha 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 ha. We got it, boys. What where I said did you get? I'm gonna be honest. I shit. I can't remember if it was the Wiha or the Wera that was a gift. One of the two was a gift. But you are Wiha, you are Wera. So it's just the hex set. So I have .07. I have all the other hexes as well. So like I only bought hexes, I believe. I didn't get anything else. Oh baby. Okay, that's good. All right. Yeah. Perfect. Look how clean that is. Like there's still a little nub that theoretically like I could sand off, but like who gives a shit? All right. Uh, what? What? How is cable supposed to go from here to there? Like I meant to do like that. It's supposed to be longer. Well, it fucking wasn't. So what now? I mean, I could like move it. So I wanted you to mount it before soldering. Yeah, but then I wouldn't have been able to solder it. Let's see. What can we do? I can change the angle of the solenoid, pointing it this way, and that would give me a little bit more space to work with. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I can do... Nope, that makes it shorter. That is tough. Okay, plan B. Fuck the police. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get super glue. Not actual super glue. It's a different glue that's really strong. Okay? All right, let's go. All right, so the solenoid should go. Let's see. Yeah, I can put it like here-ish. If I put it here-ish, then like, yeah, right there, like at an angle, basically. Actually, I don't need it. I don't even need. It'll interfere with the top case. Oh, fuck's sake! I just realized. Yeah, the solenoid has a dedicated mounting point, but the connector fell off, so we had to make the cable shorter, and now it doesn't reach to where it's supposed to go because there was zero slack. Uh, well, shit. Yeah, it's not gonna fit because that's in the way. Splice wire, I'm not ready for this. I really didn't want to fucking do that. There's a reason why, like, we removed the connector and just soldered it through hole. Because I know I can do that. Uh... Okay, what other options do we have? Because most of the success that we've had with this build so far has been not listening to what people are saying and doing what I think I should do. Hmm. Okay, well, it's gotta sit there. There's, like, no other place it can sit, right? Let's see if, like, theoretically, it, like, the cable... No. Could probably mount it on the FRO PCB. Won't be very representative of the proper way, but it's something. I guess, but, like, that seems, like, very illegal, right? I mean, to be fair, there's, like, more of an empty cavity here, and generally that is where you want to put a solenoid. It will change it. Because the sound of the solenoid in the, like, intended little area here, it uh again, I'm generalizing because I haven't tested it and I don't fucking know, but the solenoid going in here is going to be a little bit more muted, but a lot cleaner of a sound. Whereas just like exposed here, it'll be a little boomier, but also like rattlier and not as clean, right? Hmm. I want to just like temporarily put it here, just like with tape, to just like get an idea. Like ballpark, like here-ish, and try and like see if, yeah, I'll get a little bit of double-sided tape and try it. Like I don't want to use anything too strong, just to like get an idea for like how does it sound here. And like I will splice the cable. It's just like, I'm sorry guys, like my hands are really fucked. Like I don't have the dexterity for cable splicing today. All right. I need basic double-sided tape that's not big sussy. And that's not big... Oh, there's my fucking tweezers I was looking for earlier. Those would have been nice. All right, so here is a sticker. I'm going to turn the sticker into a double-sided adhesive. Okay, there's like a thing... Yeah, there's a tab. We're going to use the tab because, like, I can't fucking peel it, dude. Let's get a drill, then anything is possible. True. You're not wrong. All right, and then give me something like that, and then something like that. Boom. this is like not a strong enough adhesive to like keep this here long term, but I'm just trying to like get a feel for like what it's gonna sound like there. Oh yeah, that is like not adhered at all. Yeah, okay, that is a bad idea. We're gonna need actual double-sided adhesive instead of a sticker. And if we're gonna commit that hard, then at that point, what do I actually want to do? Because like the idea is like this should reach here, but the cables are too fucking short. Uh, and it's gotta sit like exactly here, otherwise it interferes with that. Yeah, so extending cables is literally the only play. I fucking hate this. Like, what? Why does it keep like? Why is every part of this build so far been like, let's let's make it so Simon has to do a thing that like he literally cannot fucking do because of his hands. Let's just keep doing that nonstop, one after the other. Yay! Solder it in place. The issue is if I do that, the cable that's here blocks that. The cable's too fucking short. And the solenoid needs to be in that very, very specific spot and nowhere else. So I will need to extend the cables somehow. Uh, Part of me just wants to like go look for another fucking solenoid that's already got a long enough cable. The issue is the solenoid from the class is significantly larger, and I don't know slash think it uses the same voltage at all. I mean, the connector is different. Is this like, is this connector fucking super glued in or something? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's a very different connector. It's a completely different size, and I guess it's a completely fucking different voltage. The cable's longer, though. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, we can't use the bigger solenoid because it's not going to fucking fit where it's supposed to fit. Oh, okay. So, I really don't want to fucking do cable extensions, dude. I'm gonna go get the double-sided tape. Sorry. Oh, this looks like a job for a crimping tool and a little bit more wire. Yeah, I wish I had the tools for it. For now, I'm just gonna do double-sided adhesive and put it like here-ish. Or here-ish? Let me get the cable first. Where is the cable? Are you the cable? No. Cable is rubber. Where's the other side of the fucking cable? There it is. You can use a little piece of tin to extend the cable. Cool. Do you have a little piece of tin? Because I fucking don't. Alright. Let's get it, I guess... There is where I want it. Like, it's still ballpark where it should be. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, and... boom. Accidental nut. Yeah, the nut button is like sitting underneath all the shit. So every time I like fiddle around trying to grab something, I hear the nut. It's great. I'm sorry, guys. Like, you may not have noticed, or you may have definitely noticed, but like, I've been struggling with my hands for the past couple streams. Like, I don't have the stability and mobility and dexterity that I should. Come on, dude. Just fucking peel, please. There we go. Let's put it right there. All right. Let's get this guy back on. Our adequately sized cable. There we go. Very adequate, you know. And I guess let's do some screwing. Yeah. Let's get some screwing done. And you this? No, you are not this. You are the other one. Where is the other one? God, my desk is such a fucking mess, guys. Do you have an X-Acto blade at the table? No. But we're good now. Do the new Carla more content yet? Question mark. That was almost words. Oh. Okay. I still don't understand the question. Is the question, is there new Varlamore stuff? I guess. I haven't played RuneScape in since the last time we played RuneScape on stream. Like, I haven't had time. Like, I've spent most of my time working on the website I've been working on. Like, whatever free time I've had. The goal is probably like tomorrow, I hope, be able to put out an announcement for like, hey, it's like it's ready to go. Final form, baby. This playlist is great. So this playlist is using it is I think it's just called Summer Delights 2025 or something. I haven't heard a single song. Seems like Simon has done a QC of the QC. Which QC? What are we talking about? We talking about RuneScape or are we talking about this keyboard? Because this is a prototype. It's got quirks, aka it's fucked compared to like building a production version. All right, that should be everything. Yep, we're chilling. That's in there. Let's just hope that like it doesn't like fall out for no reason. And we can put the case back together. You get to keep this in the end? Unclear. Which color do you prefer? I prefer this color. So like I may consider like paying to keep this one if like, you know, I can get like a production PCB and like rebuild this correctly. But like the case is fine. Like it's got like some like small little nicks here and there, which it's fine, you know, whatever. And the layout is the layout that I like. So like there is a chance that I would pay to keep this. There we go. It has a few things, yeah, but like nothing like mega bad. But it's definitely a B stock at this point. It's not an A minus. All right, let's put it together. Will you get the production sticker if you get this one? I hope so. I mean, I can just hit up Pontus. Like, I'm sure he's got the files, and I could just send it to somebody that makes stickers. Or I could use the Illuminati sticker. Only just realizing how big this unit is. So, if you look at the bottom, it looks fucking huge, right? But, like, let me screw in all the screws. When you actually sit at the desk and you use it, it's not that big. It's not much wider than a TKL. Like, it uses a lot more depth, but, like, it's not like it uses that depth for nothing. You get your F1 to F24, which is dope. Can you compare it to this? Yeah, sure. I mean, this is like TKL sized. Like, the seal's going to be massive compared to this. Like, it's a compact board for what it is. You said you liked the blue one during group buy review. What made you change your mind? Seeing this in person. Because historically, like brownish, goldish colors have been very hit or miss. Look at stuff like the Cypher, stuff like... fuck, I can't remember more examples, but like trying to anodize a color like this can be difficult. Okay, why are you weird when I put you in the hole? Don't be weird when I put you in the hole. So, I don't know. I saw this in person, and it's real fucking nice in person. I think that this color works real well with like the kind of caps I'd want on it, which is going to be like basic, boring beige, because of course it is. Who is the manufacturer? I'm not sure. I don't know if that's public. The prototype kind of looks like it was made by DDS, but I'm not sure. It's Hongtu? Okay. Even for the proto? Because I see like this one, yes. Okay. Okay, so this one is Hongtu. Okay. The blue proto is a different menu? Oh. I mean, Hongtu is very well known for, like, real fucking nice finishing. Don't forget, Hongtu are the guys that did all of the Aru stuff. And the Aru stuff was, like, real fucking nice. Alright, so we've added substantial flex by removing 2 mount points. We've put the solenoid back after desoldering the connector entirely. We got some spare screws now, which I'm actually going to put here so they're nice and safe. And let's give it a shot. I do want to replace this cable. Like, does it come with this cable? Because, like, for a free cable, it's real nice. But, like, for me, who's, like, real spoiled cables-wise, I'd prefer getting something a little nicer. put the connector together so you lose both of them instead of just one. True. Why did we have to clip the mounting points? Just no screws would be a lot different. So we didn't need to clip anything, but the way that this was designed, it's PCB mount, but it's a stiff PCB mount. It's not meant to have much flex, because once you introduce flex, that flex ends up being real inconsistent, right? And I'm okay with that. I'd rather have flex just in terms of like comfort for my fingers as I type, as opposed to something a little bit stiffer, right? If we were to remove just the screws, when we press down, the PCB would go down, but as it comes back up, those mount tabs are going to hit the aluminum, and you're not gonna really like hear it 100%, but like it'll make a difference and it'll sound a little bit rattlier than it should. So there you go. You know, that's not fucking bad. Okay. All right, let me real quick set it up so I can turn the solenoid on and off during the typing test so you guys can hear both. Oh, I know you guys don't hear. That's just for me. All right, so let's make sure this works. It does. Okay, so if I press this, it'll toggle the solenoid on and off. All right, let's give it a shot. You guys are probably gonna hear people downstairs talking, so I'm sorry. It's not much I can do. Are we ready? I think we might be ready. All right, what are your thoughts? It's not my favorite solenoid sound of all time because the solenoid is a little small for my liking. Then again, I'm kind of into like real big strong solenoids, so like I'm weird. Let me go get the seal so you guys can see how this compares to an actual full-size keyboard, because it's not as big as you think it is. Wish it was more metallic? Well, it like I don't have it mounted where it's supposed to be mounted. We kind of just made do with a shitty solution, so That's probably on me. Like I could have extended the cable, but I don't have the fucking hands right now to do it. I think the solenoid sounds great. I think it sounds okay, but it could sound a lot better. Like I might play around with like finding other solenoids to drop in. Solenoid changes a lot when you mount it with screws. That does make sense, yeah, because you're giving it a more rigid connection to the PCB, which means it would probably be louder. Like that might fix it for me. Like I guess I'll have Kate do it. I'll have Kate extend the cables for me. On the V0, I had it mounted with double-sided tape, and it's similar to this. Okay, so like, if I were to mount it correctly, it would probably sound better. All right, there we go. So this versus a full size, and this is a relatively compact full size in terms of bezels. So it's a little wider than a TKL, because a TKL width would be like here-ish, right? So it's got about that much extra, which isn't that much. Like all things considered. I mean, it's basically TKL with an XT, so. But yeah, it's deep. I think it's about the same width as an 1800. Well, I've got an 1800 right behind me, so. How do I get $800 overnight? Honestly, I've got the same question, dude. Oh, there we go. There's an 1800. It's pretty much identical. Yep. Let's plug this back in. There we go. There we go. Oh. All right. So already it's a massive fucking improvement. Just like having that flex is already a massive fucking improvement. I'm already way happier with it. The solenoid is like, it's nice to have a solenoid. I just need it to sound more correct. I need it to sound better. So I'll probably get K to do a little PP extend for the cables, and then we'll try it out like next time we're on stream and see how it sounds. But like the feel's a lot better now. Like when you bottom out, it doesn't feel like you're smacking your fingers into a brick wall. You've got a little bit of comfort, a little bit of flex, which is nice. Is that not focused on me? Hello? And why is it crooked? Holy shit. Hitting it worked. I remember Paul did PP extending in the past. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Paul's far away. Paul's still in Dubai. Okay, so here's our goal. Honestly, I think this with production PCB, drop those 2 mount points, like cut them off. Like production PCB so we don't have fucking crooked switches everywhere. That's basically it. Like everything else is good. And like maybe like get a nicer cable for this. Like something with a quick disconnect that's like right here as opposed to like over there. So like you've you know, it's a usable quick disconnect. Because nothing's more annoying than having a keyboard with an attached cable that you need to like wrap around it to take it somewhere. Okay, let me compare this to like an actual solenoid I like. Okay, it's there's a bit of a difference. The SSK solenoid might fit in it, by the way. Well, bold of you to assume which solenoid I have in here. I can tell you for a fact it will not, because the solenoid is that big. It's a big fuck off solenoid. All right. Can't believe Pontus thought I had like a baby solenoid in my SSK. All right, here. Ah, there we go. So yeah, what I like, you know, you know, I know Sipalot is like a very, very sexy man, and I'm sure that like I can reach out to him and figure out like what is legally the largest solenoid I can put in this before it catches on fire, and then put that just behind the F row because we've got empty space there. I think it sounds better than Class 65. Yes. No, it sounds fucking great. Like the solenoid sounds a little weird because like we have a double-sided tape fucking sitting there. But like that's the one thing that's still lacking. Like the feel now is good. The aesthetics are solid. We just need that solenoid to hit just a little bit harder. Oh, it's so fucking hot in here. Hard mount will sound great. So the issue is if we go with a larger solenoid, we lose the hard mount because we don't have the space to put it. So either we hard mount it, or we get a larger solenoid that would sit behind here. I mean, I could potentially like try and find a place in the case that like maybe I could like mount it to the case. But I think like realistically, step one, I'll have Kate like extend the cables for me, and then place the solenoid where it's supposed to be and see if like that dramatically affects the sound. Like it should, because like currently the solenoid is being isolated by like relatively like soft and spongy tape, right? It's supposed to be mounted via screws to the PCB, meaning when it extends and comes back, that vibration is supposed to go through the entirety of the PCB, and the entirety of the PCB basically acts like a speaker diaphragm and just pushes the sound at you, which is great. Run 2 wires out of it into an external mains powered solenoid. I'd fucking love to do that. That's what I want. I want the ability to like take those 2 wires, use them only as signal wires, not like power wires, right? Use those signal wires, tie them into like a 24-volt solenoid that's about this big, fucking slap that here, and I didn't even try and press the nut button. That was an accident, but it's true. Nut. Can other bigger solenoids fit in the mounting point? No, unfortunately. So there's a small little cutout Where the fuck is it? Like hereish? Where the solenoid fits. And it's made to fit that solenoid specifically. Oh. Okay. Do we buy this? Okay, so ETA is Q1 of 2026. Yeah, no, I'm probably going to keep this. I'm probably going to pay to keep this. I'm not waiting that fucking long. Q1 2026. So that means, like, at the latest, it would be, like, March 2026. So that's August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. That is 8 months. No, absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. You guys can rip the 2XX from my cold dead hands. I just need to like get it like I need to fix the solenoid. I need to look at like getting a replacement PCB that isn't fucking cooked. That I can actually like, put switches in. Like a production PCB is what I need. I need a production PCB and like a replacement solenoid probably. Yeah. Unfortunately, the speed of this solenoid is not as fast as like my other one. So when you're doing like dual action, so like solenoid triggers when you press and triggers when you depress, right? If you're doing that and like alternating like pressing switches real fast, it can't always keep up. I mean, let me see if I can like make it faster. Can we make it faster? Okay, so it's layer 1 and that one is decrease, right? And that's increase. All right, let's try it. So, boom. Actually, there was still room. Actually, it's fast enough. It's fast enough. Here, let me turn off the fan. Here, have yourselves a listen. All right, it's not perfectly centered, but hey, fuck it. I can't hear the switches. I mean, I wasn't typing super heavy. Okay, so uh, on the to-do list, we're not gonna do it today, unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys. Like, this was meant to be just a nice short stream to just do a little bit of fixing up. But I want to replace the spacebar switch because the spacebar, now that we've reintroduced the flex, it slaps a little too hard. I need to put less of a slappy switch in there. Probably like something with like a milky top. Something with a milky top, maybe go with some thock films just to like try and like dampen it a little bit. Because it's a little too aggressive now. It kind of like conflicts with the rest of the build and makes like the rest of the build sound kind of rattly when you're hitting the spacebar, so we should resolve that. This is great. This is fucking great. My keyboard now? Question mark? I mean, it'll still take work. It's still gonna take work for it to like be perfect. What switches are in there? MX blacks. But I wanted to do GADX round 3, but they didn't fit in the PCB because they were too fucking tight. So, I mean, TLDR, the buy is still live. They extended it just for you guys, or just for us. So, if you have $715 or a way of getting $715, you should probably get it. How's the surface? You said it's hard to handle the large surface. What do you mean? It's hard to handle. Oh, you're talking about like how consistent is the how consistent is the colors across like the flat surface? I don't have my macro cam, unfortunately, but it's hung to. It's fucking flawless. Pontus, production run. Is it also hung to, or is it classified information? AKA the place that they normally go. Simon, what do you think? This board or the $1,200 TKL from Novel Keys? Oh, I don't know. More like 850? Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, like 715 is an unfair price point to say out loud. I consider it an $800 board because like once you get shipping and like tax and shit like that, you're probably at $800. Oh, it is hung too, even for the final one? Okay, then yeah. You fucking set, dude. Like the back is flawless anodization wise. It's a little dirty from like me handling it and touching it, but like it's real fucking clean. And it's hung too, so it's gonna be good. If it wasn't, we wouldn't spend money on a Hong 2 Proto. Yeah, Hong 2 Protos are fucking pricey. More like Hung too good to be true? No, Hung 2 is generally good. Now, that's not saying that, like, you know, they've never fucked up and they never will fuck up, but, you know, it's pretty good. All right, lads, I'm going to end the stream because I'm boiling and I'm tired. And we've gotten this at least good enough for now. I can actually use this and be, like, real fucking happy with it. I will, like, our goal is still to get it just fucking right. I want it to be just fucking right. And like I'll spend time with it to try and figure out like a layout that makes sense. Like I want to move the solenoid controls up here because like I'm never going to use an F24 or an F22. Thanks for the stream. Happy that you're happy with it. Well, it's been a long fucking ride. All right, let's see. I guess we raid the ducks. And I'll see you guys on Saturday for group buy review. Unless I see you first on the Good Keyboard Friends podcast. All right. Thank you, guys. Our raid message is quack, 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 by the way.